Hello, Williamson County. I'm Kerri Hudson, and welcome to It's About You, an informational program about the classes, activities, and special events offered by the Williamson County Parks and Recreation Department. Well, as one year draws to an end and a new one begins, it is our annual tradition to take a few moments, recap the past year, and discuss a few new items to look forward to in the new year. To talk about these topics, we have our Department Director, Mr. Gordon Hampton, joining us today. Gordon, thank you for being here.
Yeah, glad to be here, Kerri. It's always a pleasure to be with you on this show, and we got a lot to talk about, don't we?
Very true, sir, we do. Williamson County Parks and Recreation has had a very successful year in 2018 with lots of growth and development that have really set the stage for future expansions of our department. We'll start off today just by going through our main divisions within the department, talking a little bit about what's happened over the year and what's coming up.
You know, when the county is growing, we have to grow along with it. And, you know, with that, all the services that we provide are affected. And, you know, when you talk about all the different divisions in Parks and Rec, you know, we have 6 divisions, and each one of them are affected by growth. And whether it's the families that are coming in with kids that affect all types of programming, to the grandparents that are now following those families here with the semi-retired and retired and the older population. You know, we've got programs for them. And so what does that mean? That means everybody has to really, you know, get creative and just come up with some new programs. And, man, we step up to the plate and get it done.
There's a constant evolvement through our department, it seems like. I remember when I started with the department in 2002, there were busy seasons, and I feel like we have busy years now, that it's just we move from one thing to the next on a reoccurring basis. Starting with our athletics division, one of our most popular public programs in terms of what we offer to the community, they continue to offer an array of sports, leagues, clinics, tournaments, from traditional sports like basketball, softball, volleyball, tennis, to emerging sports like pickleball, which I feel like we've fairly cornered the market on in Williamson County, or even table tennis and fencing. Our motto for the department is there's something for everyone, and I feel like if you've got an athletic itch, we can help you scratch it.
You know, it's funny that you say that, because when you have these people that are coming into Williamson County, and they're coming in from all over the United States, and they're bringing with them programs that are regional that are just now making their way to the South. And so when you talk about emerging sports like pickleball, you know, that kind of started in the warm weather states and a game for seniors, but now it's sort of transitioning and into a mainstream deal where multi-generational players are out there at the same time. You mentioned fencing. You know, we're in a rural community. Everybody thinks of fencing as what separates your farm from your neighbor's farm, but actually fencing is a sport, you know, and where you use a sword called an epi, and the people look like insects, you know, with their all the protection, but you're basically sword fighting, and there's a demand for that, and we actually offer fencing lessons. You throw table tennis in there, and then you look at other club sports that years ago really didn't exist, but now are just taking off, like rugby and lacrosse. You know, if there are people that want to do it, we'll try to carve out some space and find instructors to actually bring it online. So we like that challenge.
Absolutely, and it's always entertaining for us as well. It's always entertaining, I think, for the staff at the indoor arena at Crockett Park, where we offer the fencing clinics, to see that new sport and to see new things going on, to learn new styles and new words. An epi, is that
epi,
yes. An epi.
People that work crossword puzzles, they know that's one that's always on a standard crossword puzzle.
I'm sure it is. And we have information on our website now about our next session of fencing clinics. It's a youth program for children ages 7 to 17. They have a new session that will be starting in January. Go online to WCParksandRec.com and find out more about it.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, when you go to the arena when the fencing classes are going on, so we'll have fencing in one part of the building, and then there'll be stuff down on the playing surface. but the siblings and stuff that are coming, while the others are down there practicing, they're always up there just around where they're sword fighting. They're just drawn to that. So anyway, I think it's pretty neat.
It is. It really is. Over the year, we've also made a number of athletic facility enhancements through the department. We've increased contributions from our volunteer organizations, and this year we even hired a full-time turf grass specialist.
We did. Once again, we keep going back to this theme of growth, and what does that mean? It means more demand and more use placed on our facilities, and in some cases, unfortunately, we just aren't able to keep pace with adding more playing surfaces. So what do you have to do? You have to get smarter, and you have to be creative. And so we've hired a turf specialist to come in and try to maintain and develop healthy turf grass, so it's more playable for more days, and most importantly, it's safer because the ground's not as hard because we've got the proper turf that's there. In addition to that, our parks are getting old, and there is a lot of wear and tear going on. And our community rec associations, Kerri, have done a wonderful job of being part of the umbrella of Williamson County Parks and Recreation, and they provide a service that we don't have the manpower to do it. But in addition to that, they take a lot of pride in the parks that they're assigned to operate out of.
They do.
And so they've really stepped up over the past couple of years and made some really big financial contributions to help make the parks nicer, to put new roofs on the dugouts, and to work on the concession stand buildings, and they pay for a lot of the turf development and so forth. So they're really giving back and making sure that their parks that they operate out of, for their neighborhoods and their user groups, to be the best they can be. And we really appreciate that financial contribution from those partners.
Absolutely. It's a great working relationship.
Absolutely. It does work well, and they're really buying into it, and it's a win-win for everybody.
We're going to move over into our aquatics division. They have operations continuing on an indoor and outdoor basis throughout the year with our main pools. This was the first full summer for the Franklin Splash Park, though, and we saw an amazing amount of attendance. When we opened that park in July of 2017, we knew the people wanted it. We knew we would see a lot of volume in there. We had it open for 3 months last year and saw an amazing increase in our hourly counts, our admission fees, and things like that. But this year, we were able to offer 5 months of use at the Franklin Splash Park, May through September, and we logged over 36,000 patron counts over those 5 months just to that particular amenity at the Franklin Recreation Complex.
Of all the things that we've brought online over the past few years, I would have to say that the one thing that we've done, and enhancement to our facilities, that's had the biggest impact has been the splash pad. And you're absolutely right. The wonderful thing about a splash pad is that you're not completely submerged in water. Mm-hmm. So therefore, the water in the pool might be freezing cold, but outside it may be 85 degrees in April. And before we open the pools, on Memorial Day weekend. So what we are able to do with the splash pad is extend the aquatic offerings by a couple of months early, April, May in the spring, and then September, October in the fall. And, and it's just great. And I'll tell you the other thing, the best thing about it really is that it's a great amenity for a lot of age groups. But when the kids are in school, I love going out there because the little bitty tiny ones are out there. And they are just running around that splash pad, having the best time. And I'm talking about the kids that aren't old enough to go to school yet. So we've found a whole new demographic of, moms and grandmothers and granddads that are caretakers for kids that aren't in school yet. And they come to the splash pads during the sort of the off seasons, and they fill it up. But it's so enjoyable to go out there and watch them. And because of the success of the splash pad in Franklin, the city of Brentwood has partnered with us. They made a significant donation of $1.5 million, and we will start construction of a splash pad for the Brentwood area in 2019, and hopefully, not hopefully, but I'm sure we're going to get that online in spring of 2020.
It'll be wonderful to see, and just to add another amenity to the community that multiple people can enjoy.
Yeah, and it'll be different from the one in Franklin, and that was the plan, so that they're not the same, and that way a person can go to this one and have a lot of fun, and then go to this one and be a completely different attraction with different play features and stuff. So we're really excited about that, and thank you to the City of Brentwood for stepping up and being a partner again.
Absolutely. The Splash Park is an amazing amenity, and we look forward to only seeing it continue to grow. Our aquatics division also has, numerous programs that they offer at our county pools, between open and lap swim, aqua fitness classes, user groups like Excel Aquatics who come in to do swim lessons, swim teams, swim tournaments, our local high schools that we partner with for water use for their swim teams. I mean, we average, depending on the month, the time of year, the number of locations we have open, between 13 and 55,000 hours of usage in the water on a monthly basis. It jumps a lot, but it's amazing to think of the number of individuals that affects.
And once again, with growth, you have more, parents that are choosing to have their children participate in activities that are maybe a little safer in their minds, with concussion protocols that have to be adhered to when you're talking about contact sports. Swimming is a great sport. I mean, it takes a lot of, you're using a lot of muscle groups, that you normally don't use, but it's a great sport. It's a team sport. It's an individual sport. You combine those two elements.
Sport.
We have people that are swimming, and and they're in their 80s and 90s even. With the Tennessee Senior Olympics, you can really see that on display. But it's just a wonderful activity, being in the water. And right now, we're actually trying to figure out a way to carve out some time in our busy schedule for water polo. We actually have goals that we have, and there's now enough interest for Williamson County. I think a couple of high schools have combined to create a water polo team. So now we're just trying to find some time to get them in the water.
Later, yeah.
Yeah.
That is something I can't wait to see happen. I'm sure there'll be an opportunity at some point for that, and it'll just be wonderful to see those offerings continue to grow.
Absolutely. It's just a lot of fun to see these things develop, and you're right, see those numbers start to grow over the years. If you make it successful, they'll be participants. You don't have to worry about that.
We talked a little bit about the addition of a splash park in Brentwood. We'll switch gears to facilities now. There's some other things that we have planned to add to our Brentwood facility at the indoor sports complex as well.
Yeah, we've, that facility's 15 years old now. And just like anything else, and you just think about your home, you're constantly doing things to maintain your home and keep it up to date and keep it, inhabitable. Same thing happens with our rec centers. We have to make improvements over the years. So the county commission, was very generous last year and approved the funds necessary to do the enhancements at the indoor sports complex, resulting in completely new overhauled systems to operate the pool, both chemically with the water, all the pumping and everything, to the air quality. And that's all going to be gutted and replaced, and you just have to do that. You can't use the pool if the water quality is unhealthy or the air quality is unhealthy. So we're doing those upgrades. In addition, we're doing some improvements with lighting and some other things to the tennis courts, but we're also adding some brick and mortar improvements over there. We're going to be putting in a group fitness studio, which we've never had one in Brentwood. And so this group fitness studio is going to bring a whole new element of, participation from the community for aerobic classes, for, mainstream aerobics and senior type aerobics, silver sneakers type programs. we're really looking forward to this because now they'll be sort of on par with the other rec centers in the other parts of the county.
Absolutely. Well, we have much more to talk about, but we do need to take a quick break.
Okay.
Y'all stay tuned. When we come back, we'll be spending more time with Williamson County Parks and Recreation Director Gordon Hampton.
Recovery from mental and substance use disorders is possible with the support of my community. Join the Voices for Recovery. Visible, vocal, valuable.
For confidential information on mental and substance use disorders, call 1-800-662-HELP. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Welcome back to It's About You. It's our yearly wrap-up of the It's About You show and the status of the Williamson County Parks and Recreation Department. Today we're talking with our department director, Mr. Gordon Hampton, about a variety of different divisions, activities, programs, locations, parks, all about the Williamson County Parks and Recreation Center, what we've done this year, what we're looking forward to in the future. Before we left for the break, we were talking about the expansion of the indoor sports complex in Brentwood and some of the exciting things that we can look forward to in the new year happening at that location. It is not the only location, though, that will be growing in 2019. We are into a renovation process already at the Fairview Recreation Complex.
Yeah, once again, I mentioned that the Brentwood facility is 15 years old. Fairview is
Older.
It's probably 30 years old, and but we are out on visiting with our friends on the western part of the county. We're doing a $3 million renovation out there at that facility to bring them a state-of-the-art, modern wellness facility. We've operated that facility all these years without having a locker room facility with showers and everything. So that's part of the brick and mortar renovation out there, is that they'll have a really nice locker room area and showers so that people can hopefully go there, get stuff done in the morning, and then take a shower and go to work. So that's generally, what we see happening, with our locker room facilities, which enables people to, to get there early, get their work done, and go to work. But we're also going to enhance and build an area for the seniors, and just general upgrades throughout the facility. And it's long overdue, and we're excited about it. And that is actually going on right now as we speak. They're knocking walls down and building new walls and painting and raising ceilings and pulling wire. It's very exciting when we undertake these projects.
Demolition's always a fun part of a project.
I'm telling you, demolition.
You can tell a lot happens in demolition.
There are people that just love to go in there and tear things up. So
That's true.
Got to tear it up to build it back.
To build it back.
It's
Absolutely. This spring, we marked the 1-year anniversary of the opening of the Williamson County Enrichment Center and the Performing Arts Center on the Academy Park campus. What a year it has been for them. I feel like the Enrichment Center, it's become a hub of activity off the Columbia Avenue section for a multitude of programs that happen through our department or just within our community. When you see the number of user groups who come into that space, that facility has hosted 165 rentals in less than 18 months. We've really tapped into something with the Enrichment Center.
Not only the Enrichment Center, Kerri, but the entire Academy Park campus. For those that aren't familiar with what we're talking about, BGA School had their campus in downtown Franklin for years and years before they moved out to their current location on McHatcher. And when they left, the county bought that property, and with the plan to create what's there now, a multi-use campus type environment. And this is what we have there now. We have the library, the county library. We have the Enrichment Center. We have Renaissance High School. We have the Academy Park gyms. We have the Performing Arts Center. And then we have pickleball courts. We have a playing surface that also doubles as a stage for outdoor events. We have a beautiful playground there. So it is a campus that has activities that are for everybody. And I'll say this, just to tell you how vital that is to the community. Mayor Anderson is always courting and entertaining people that have an interest in bringing their businesses and lots of jobs to Williamson County. And one of the stops he always makes if he's bringing in somebody that potentially is going to relocate something wonderful into our community is he takes them to Academy Park and he takes them to the Enrichment Center and just lets them see, you know, the quality of life that we embrace here in Williamson County and the effort put into it so that all of these multi-generational age groups have these wonderful facilities to be able to do things to improve their quality of life. And the Enrichment Center embodies that better than anything else that we have in the county. And the mayor knows that, and he showcases it, and I'm really proud of what our staff and everybody else does there.
Absolutely. It's an amazing campus to see operate. It's an amazing partnership with multiple departments of Williamson County government, all working together to provide what is, in fact, a quality of life amenity for so many people in our community.
Absolutely. It's a wonderful, wonderful, campus environment. I mean, we even have a beautiful water feature and courtyard there. There's just something for everybody.
Absolutely. We were talking on the way over here today about one of the activities that takes place at the Academy Park campus, Shakespeare in the Park. We've been fortunate enough to do this 3 years in a row now with the National Shakespeare Festival. Each year, our attendance grows, and we're seeing more and more people looking forward to this type of amenity in their community, because really this is, or what I know of in the Williamson County area, the only outdoor theatrical event that we do here.
You know, it's kind of funny when you think about what marks a progressive community, you know, and it's the arts and things like that are sort of puts the finishing touches on things. And, you know, you look across the country at the communities and the cities that have these Shakespeare-type park events, and that's sort of a staple of a really dynamic community that's on the cutting edge of providing, performing arts. And this will be our 4th season coming up, and each year it continues to grow. Last year, one night, there were 700 people outdoors, watching Shakespeare in the Park. And it's professional theater, and I mean, it's amazing, and they do an outstanding job, and we're really looking forward to them announcing what's going to be on tap for this coming summer.
It should be a lot of fun. Last thing we'll mention in facilities is just the patron involvement at our main recreation centers. We have centers spread out all over Williamson County, north, south, east, west, central, and we see more and more people coming into these buildings on a regular basis. In fact, through the majority of this past year, our facilities averaged between 90 to 100,000 patron counts in each building over the course of a month.
Yeah, when you think about it, there's a lot of duplication in those numbers. There's not 100,000 unique visitors, but there are 100,000 users, and it doesn't matter how many times a single person comes. What that amounts to, though, is that those that are coming are getting a lot out of it.
And they're coming back. And
they're bringing people with them, and and we've got all types of opportunities for people to come. I mean, yes, there are some fees involved in it, but that's why we maintain an excellent park program and a parks department, is because by choice, the residents of Williamson County support it. They support it financially. They support it as they go. And then we've made it even easier for them with a lot of the reimbursable programs.
Yes.
More and more insurance companies now are putting incentives together that to try to keep their policyholders healthy. They pay for their involvement in these types of programs. I mean, we're averaging about $15,000 a month in revenue just from reimbursable programs where people are coming in and using our facilities without any out-of-pocket expense. And so we really are hitting on something there.
In November, we had over 1,000 active members utilizing our facilities from the reimbursable program. So you're right, it's definitely working.
It is, and we're really proud of that. And it's just an amazing amenity that we can share with everybody, and we actually will help a person determine whether or not they qualify with their insurance. Some people don't even know that they have that availability through their insurance programs.
It's just amazing. We only have a few minutes left in today's program. I know, it goes quick, doesn't it? There are some things, though, that we do want to hit on today real quick. We talked a little bit about group fitness so far. Fitness is probably what drives the train for Williamson County Parks and Recreation between our group fitness program and our wellness centers and our facilities. Group fitness alone, though, averages around 10,000 individuals that participate in their programs on a monthly basis. In November alone, we had 14,165 counts. That was a 12% increase over the past year. There's no doubt about it, group fitness is a huge component to Williamson County Parks and Recreation.
It absolutely is. Bob Vogelpool, who is our group fitness coordinator, he and Sarah Foster, they do a fantastic job of creating these great programs. They're innovative. They always incorporate the latest in trends and fitness trends. Between group fitness and the personal trainers that we have available, that is a big piece of our business.
Absolutely. And in December, they are offering a special sale on our premium monthly passes, which do include use of our group fitness programs and schedules. You can get more information online or in our facilities, but through the month of December, if you buy 2 monthly premium passes, you'll get the third free and have 3 months worth of health benefits to take advantage of going into the new year.
And that is a great deal. The prices are already really, really affordable. And by buying 2 and getting 1, what do you call it? You have a word for that.
It's a B2G1.
Yeah.
Buy 2, get 1 free.
Kerri loves her
acronyms.
Her acronyms. Yeah, I was going to say combinations of letters and numbers, but yeah, acronym is the right word, I guess.
And then just in closing today, I want to touch real quickly. We talked about parks already and athletics and just, the improvements we're making in our parks. Timberland Park, our only passive park on our system right now, is seeing an amazing, of course it is the season for Timberland Park, but they see over 4,000 visitors a month to that location and property. And there will be plans moving forward into 2019 to increase our passive park offerings with a land donation for what will be the Peacock Hill.
You're right there. We're very fortunate this past few months to partner with a family. The Ogilvy family, been in the county for a long time. They have very generously donated 250 acres of just beautiful, beautiful property for us to develop our next passive park. It'll be called Peacock Hill, and we hope to start the development of that sometime in 2019. And we're extremely excited about that, and we'll talk about that a whole lot more when it gets a little bit closer.
Just to round out our divisions real quick, our programming division does an amazing job on an ongoing basis offering hundreds of programs in arts and crafts and recreation classes, performing arts programs and summer camps all throughout Williamson County. Probably one of their most successful events this year was our annual Touch a Truck event in Thompson Station, where we averaged close to 10,000 individuals who attended that event. It was amazing. Our seniors and therapeutics division continues to excel expectations, specifically with senior fitness. We talked a little bit in the first half of the show about that senior population moving into Williamson County, and a lot of them are following families or they're choosing to retire to this part of the country. And there is something that we offer every day of the week through our main facilities or the Enrichment Center at the Academy Park campus to facilitate an active, involved senior and their lifestyle, as well as some fantastic therapeutic programs for individuals with physical or cognitive disabilities. Typically, our motto for the department is, there's something for everyone. And at the end of the day, I feel very confident when we put that out in print on our website that we're offering something for everybody in this community.
I think all a person has to do is go to our website. If you go to our website, and Kerri will put the information up there where you'll be able to find it, but you'll see something that'll appeal to just about anybody, yourself or anybody that you know. And also while you're there, I would encourage you to watch the videos that we have on our website. They're highlight videos from things that we've done in the previous months. And then there are upcoming videos of things that are, that you still have a chance to sign up for and participate in. So please go to our website and, and check that out, because that'll tell you a lot. You can get more information off that than you can listening to Kerri and I here for about 30 minutes.
Absolutely. Yes. Log on to WCParksandRec.com. Check out all the information available through our website. As we close today, I would like to take the time to wish you and yours a very happy and safe holiday season. In observance of the holidays, several Williamson County parks and recreation facilities will have a series of closures and amended hours. Additional information is available through our website, or you can visit us on our social media platforms through Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, and YouTube for more information on those facility schedules, as well as all the programs we offer through Williamson County Parks and Recreation. Thank you all so much. We look forward to seeing you next time. And until then, remember, Williamson County, it's all about you.